Hi, I'm Alison, the founder of It's Black Owned. If you haven't yet discovered itsblackowned.com, it's a website that features some brilliant, tried and tested black-owned businesses. On there we have a range of businesses from bars and restaurants to even car dealerships and cleaners. So today I'm joined by James, one of the co-founders of Interlude, which is an amazing bar and restaurant located in Lee, South East London. Thanks so much for joining us, James.
Thank you.
How was your journey getting down there today?
Not bad considering the restrictions on the roads, but yeah, it wasn't that long to get down there today, which was lucky. I was a bit late, but I got here in the end.
Yeah, no, you're good, and you actually came through with some drinks, which is literally the magic touch right now.
Thank you.
So, James, I know that you are the co-founder of Interlude with your friend, right, CJ?
Yep.
So tell me a bit about how you guys got started.
Our friendship or interluding?
Yeah, let's start with the friendship, actually.
The friendship come through business.
Right.
We got mutual friends. I started off, like I've done some events myself. I've always held house parties, etc. And yeah, I've done my first event, and CJ was there, part of the DJ in team that was playing that night. And yeah, after that night he approached me and we had a little meeting that kind of went from there, really.
Cool. So you and CJ were putting on events, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure things were going great.
Yeah, it was.
What was the main catalyst that made you think, no, we need our own space?
What it was, we always spoke about getting our own space, but it came sooner than we thought because the space we're at now became available. And we had done previous events there, so we thought, let's give it a go. Take it over and see what we can do with it.
Okay, so what was that like the process of hosting events to now owning the whole shebang?
It's a lot more responsibility. When you hosting events, you just got to make sure the customer experience is okay and then they go home. When you now own the venues, you've got to look at staffing, customer experience, safety, also the kitchen, licensing, neighbours, the public. There's a lot more that comes into it.
Definitely on the public part, I want to touch on that because this bar is located in Lee, right? Which, you know, historically was a bit of a techie area to be in. So for two black men to now say, okay, they're going to open a bar, like, did you have any difficulties around the demographics?
Yeah, of course. There was, I think, before we opened it, the bar's kind of been black owned for a few years before us, and I think a lot of the residents and the locals looked at us as this another black place. They're going to be here 2 minutes and they're going to make a lot of noise and then they're going to be gone. That was kind of the kind of when we was doing the works from the public. People were, oh, this has been a few different things over the years, and I just kind of got the energy that they thought, oh, it's another one. They're going to be here 2 minutes and they're going to be gone.
Would you say you felt any hostility from some members of the public, or
one or two?
Right.
One or two. We received complaints from licensing from a resident before we even opened.
Wow.
He complained about what the uses of the premises was, about us having speakers inside, all sorts of stuff. And he's still continuing up until now.
Well, I guess on the good side, to have a business that is essentially, you have, you know, a bar and restaurant, you've had one complaint. Yeah. That's quite, in a residential kind of ish area, that's quite a good...
Yeah, it is.
I see the flip side of that. But in terms of licensing, were there any things that you learnt along the way, like...
When we opened the business, there's a lot of stuff, including license, we didn't know. We'd never run a venue, and there was stuff we was told on how the venue had to be run, certain rules, certain laws, and some of them wasn't true when we done our research. Wow. Down to planning permission, what we could have outside, what customers were allowed to do inside. It wasn't, and you look to these people as they're licensing the police. You're meant to trust.
Yeah, of course.
So I feel I've lost the trust in them just from stuff like that, just false information, and not very respectful as well in terms of some of the stuff they've done. I can remember in particular planning. The the resident complained to planning that the business was being used for the wrong stuff. It was meant to be a restaurant, and we're not allowed to have music, dancing, or nothing like that. So a lady come down from planning. I remember I was behind the bar at the time, and the doors were open, and she rode her bike to the door, pushed her bike in the venue, and put it against the wall and started filming the customers and what we're doing. And so I called her over to ask her what she's doing, and she said she's from planning. She's had a report that the venue's been used for the wrong stuff, and I just have to take whatever. And obviously that's fine, but there's ways on how to do stuff. I think if it was a Weatherspoons or someone else, firstly you would go over and show their badge. I work for planning, and we've had a report. Could I have a word? I don't appreciate someone coming into the venue, not introducing themselves from an authority, and filming while we have customers in there. And a few customers were upset about it as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's stuff like that. I just feel like if it was a Weatherspoons or somewhere else, they wouldn't do that. And I sent a complaint to planning about this, and the response I got was, your venue's been used for the correct terms, fine, no more, this won't be, case closed. There was no apology, there was nothing. And I just feel like that's not how things should be done. I wasn't happy about that.
No, mate. It's like, it's very subtle. And someone might have all of those different experiences and think, you know what, forget this, because this is not what I came into business for. You know, have you guys ever had that feeling where you're like, you know what?
No, it's not worth it, because it's not worth it. Even with the local resident, he's tried tactics to wind us up, and it's no point. It's a waste of time. It's we know what we've got going, and it's going well. So keep doing everything by the books. It's not gonna. They've tried, so it hasn't worked.
Yeah. So as long as you guys stay above board, then
that's you just got to do everything by the books properly, and you're fine. Don't try to cut no corners.
I like that, the long game.
Yeah, we're not here to be here for a year or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
do things properly.
Yeah.
And it pays off.
And that's what it is, and we have, and I just feel like with doing things properly, I don't think the licensing have respected it as well. So yeah.
Okay. No, that's a lot to deal with. All right, so cool. So for anyone who hasn't been to Interlude before, what can you expect?
We expect to come down, get drunk, have a good time. It's a nice environment. Staff are friendly, good food. We just want to. We like the customers to just feel happy and welcomed and have a good time and want to come back. Taste. I hate when someone comes in and they order a strawberry daiquiri.
Do you know why I'm laughing? I literally did that last time.
Yeah, no, I like, yeah.
You could do better than
we've
that.
got so much more to offer, so we want people to come in and try new things, stuff that come out of their comfort zone. Try a Pain Again or a Duppy Walker or a Shot from Hell or that's the whole point behind the menu. We want something different. We want people to come there and experience something different to wherever else they go.
And when you guys created the bar space, was there like mood boards and things like that, or was it just you just knew what felt right? Yeah,
we just knew what felt. Yeah, that's what it was. We just looked at certain things and what felt right, really. No mood. It was just freestyling.
That's sometimes how the best things get made, right? Like these cocktails, I'm pretty sure some of them you might have freestyled, no?
Yeah, and the names, everything. We just got in with one of my friends who's a barman, and we just started. He started mixing up some stuff. We tasted them and just ran with it.
What's in the Pain and Gain, just out of curiosity?
It's got rum in there, 2 different rums. It's got a passion fruit puree. It's got a few juices in there, syrups. That's where the sweetness comes from, and it's got lime in there that adds a bit of the sourness as well.
Nice. And obviously you guys have got Jerk Bros on me, or JRK, sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, what's right? Jerk Bros, JRK?
JRK.
Sorry guys, I'm like Jerk Bros.
Well, they say both as well, so a lot of
Okay.
people, but yeah, I'd say JRK Bros,
Okay,
but yeah.
cool. So you guys work together, and I mean, like, how has that been?
That's been good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Daniel, the co-founder of Jerk Bros and Reese, I've known them before Interlude.
Okay.
So I've known them both for 10 years plus. And they were doing their own food thing. And we didn't want to run the food ourselves. We got food's difficult. And they're young as well. They had I think we felt that their business model matched ours. So something new, something fresh. And we merged together and it's worked.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Because I'm imagining, because it's JRK Jerk, that they're black, young black men as well.
Yeah.
And to know that you guys are working together in business, you know, that's pretty good. And also the fact that you guys employ staff to run your business, right?
Yeah.
And you're just offering opportunities for people to work with you. How important is that for you guys?
Very important. Yeah, we like to look after the staff because the staff keep the business going. We can't do it without them. And yeah, lots of people, local people as well, have been employed throughout the 2 years.
Okay.
Which is good.
And when it comes to running a business, are you really conscious of the fact that are you more conscious of the fact that it's just a business, or do you feel like as a black owner that you have an extra emphasis on that? Like, does it cross your mind, or are you conscious of it?
No. When I started it, is the black side of it only coming towards the licensing side of stuff.
Right.
When we open, when I'm working, I don't think I'm black, and I have to be conscious. It's more the licensing. I thought they just looked at us as a couple guys that are going to come here and want to have a party every week for our own personal gains, if you get what I mean. Not that we've come here to run a serious business that's paying our bills, our family, supporting our families and stuff like that. I think, I don't think licensing always take into consideration that we are running a business and it's serious. We're not here to play a game.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think they take it very seriously what we're doing.
All right, James. So for anyone who is, you know, inspired by your story and is really thinking seriously about opening a bar and restaurant, what sort of advice would you have for them?
Firstly, you have to want to do it, and it's not just, it looks like a fun environment and it's a good time. You might come in and see that you come in at a busy times. There's a lot that goes on very serious behind the scenes. A lot of preparation, a lot of planning, a lot of work. So it's not all fun and games as it looks as a customer when you come in.
Yeah.
Secondly, you wanna not leave your business to its own devices. You wanna be a part of your business and work. Be very hands-on.
Right.
Because you have to you got your vision, but you have to implement that on your staff and make sure they can keep up a certain standard. I think when you leave people in charge of what you're doing, it can kind of fall apart. So that's key in the beginning of starting it.
Were there any challenges that you think you could have avoided, or maybe that now you know hindsight is 2020, that you can maybe share? For example, it could be anything like back office stuff, managing money, whatever.
Just basically we come from events, so it was very much cash in hand, door money, that's our money.
Right.
With business now, it's a lot different. You've got your taxes, your VATs, your staff bills, your rent, and you've got to quickly learn that you can take $2,000 on a night. That money's not all yours. And you can't spend your money like that. $2,000, you gotta learn how to balance your money correctly so that when a tax bill comes, VAT man comes knocking, you can pay them. When your landlord comes knocking for his rent, you can pay them. So your money management has to be good.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So stuff like that. Also, what else could I say? With business, you can't rely on people that you know.
Right.
It's nice if people support, but you've got to Like I know I've seen people start businesses because their friends like this, and it's good, but you have to think bigger than that.
Yeah.
You can't rely on your family all the time. The support's always good from friends and family, but you have to think bigger than that. They ain't gonna. You can't rely on your friends and family to come there 7 days a week. Your business has to go beyond that. So that's another thing.
When it comes to the social media side of things, because obviously most businesses now have to utilize social media, how have you found that?
That's been fine. Obviously, with like Instagram and stuff, it's more we have to get right how our page looked, so it's got a consistent feel. But we run our events through social media, so we kind of knew certain tricks on how to get engagement in certain areas. Some we had to learn because the business is different to nightlife, because we've got the food and the day trade as well. And we're still learning as well.
Yeah, of course.
So it was still, for the type of business we are, 2.5 years is not long. So yeah, we're still learning, and yeah, hopefully we can keep going.
I've also seen that you guys have done a number of different types of events, i.e. During lockdown there was like a 24-hour DJ set. Yeah, like tell me a bit about that. Like I want to know what the vision is for your events and stuff.
All events are different. It just some are our own ideas, and some people, friends or other promoters will pitch an idea to us, and we'll sit down and we'll come to an agreement with if it works for us, works for the venue, if it's something we want to do, and if it does, we go for it.
Yeah.
And the 24-hour DJ thing was we enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, you guys have done a number of different community-driven initiatives. So I'd imagine that maybe is the space like, what do you envision for the space? Is it like a community hub? Would you like it to be like a high-end bar? I don't know, like a mixture of both.
Yeah, we do wanna put on stuff for the community as well. That's important. But yeah, we want it to be a nice bar for whether you're in London, if you're coming to England on a trip, or for everybody. For everyone, we want it to be for all.
Welcome to all.
Yeah.
Amazing. So James, any plans for Interlude? Like let's say the next 5 years, what would you love to see?
Would definitely like another venue, expand, without compromising our quality though. That's important. I don't want to expand and the standard of one venue drops, or we want to expand when the time's right, because from experience as a customer going to restaurants, is some that have a few change, the standard drops, and I think that's important. I don't, like, you're a customer, you come there, I don't want you to now, we go and open somewhere else and you message us saying, oh, the cocktails ain't the same. So no, we want to make sure everything's in place correctly before we move on. Staff are trained, we've got the right team of people working for us, and then expand. Because yeah, we care about customer experience and the quality of what we're doing. That's one of our main things. So once we get that right, then yeah, I'd be happy definitely to expand. Also the festivals, getting our drinks and slushes in festivals. That'll be something I'd want to do, and maybe even putting our cocktails in shops, other bars, and supplying our drinks, continue the delivery service and stuff like that.
No, I can see that going down a treat, honestly. Yeah. If I can pick this up in my, on a shop, let's say I'm in Sainsbury's or wherever, and I can pick up a little pain and gain.
Yeah, so yeah, that'd be good. That's kind of the vision we want, but we get all the other things right first, and then yeah, definitely that's something we want to move on to.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, James.
Thank you as well.
And I just want you to share your socials. I know you guys are located in League. Can you just share the address, your socials?
Our address is 12 League A, and our socials our Instagram is Interlude London, and that's LDN.
Yes, of course. Amazing. So, as you know, I'm Alison from It's Black Owned. You can find us on www.itsblackowned.com and on Instagram at itsblackowned.com, literally spelled out. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.